Hello and welcome. I'm Exelite and this is my podcast. Hello, Rob.
Hello, Tracy.
How are you,
How are
sir?
you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Yep, living the dream, as per usual.
Well, as you know, Texas had an ice storm, and I know that a lot of people don't enjoy it, especially when your electricity goes out. But I enjoyed it very much. We got a little bit of snow.
Oh,
It,
you told me you had loads of snow.
well, we had about I don't know. We had personally about 4 or 5 inches.
All right.
So, I mean, for Texas, that's a lot of snow. But before that, it rained and then that froze. We had an ice storm and then it snowed.
It's raining men.
So, it was ridiculously dangerous. And
Hallelujah.
trees were exploding.
Exploding trees.
Yep, probably dangerous.
Terrorists have reached the bottom of the barrel now. They're using trees.
Just freeze them. Just freeze them. They just shrapnel everywhere. Ow, ow, ow. Anyway, my dog loved it. She loved going in the snow. She's like a whole lot of WTF and also trying to sniff it, which
WTF. Oh, yeah.
what the
Yeah, sorry. I'm a bit
yeah.
slow. Remember, it's early. It's early.
Well, it's late here. It's early there. It's late here. Okay, Rob. What WTF are we going to talk about today? But before we do that, do you want to do some housekeeping?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Right, guys, hit that like button. And don't forget to, if you're not already, to subscribe and share this video with friends and people you know because it helps the channel.
Yep.
So thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. We've nearly hit, is it 3,000?
Almost. Yeah.
Almost. So it's
Within
under,
so close, so close. And it's free.
and it's free. Yeah, it's free. What else is free now? The air we breathe. They
Oh,
haven't
that comes
taxed
with a
us.
cost sometimes too.
They haven't taxed us on that yet. But there you go.
Not yet. I think it's coming.
The electricity. Do you know something, Chase? Our electricity and gas bills have gone up the other day by
Uh-huh.
50%.
Are you kidding me?
No, by 50%.
Why?
Why? Because we have got the worst. Whether it's Labour, whether it's Conservative, well, I don't want to get political on it, but oh, it's just not working. Just not working. So people sort of vulnerable, the vulnerable-ish people, like the old people.
Yeah.
Excuse me, just 1 second. Are going to have a choice: heating or eating.
Yeah.
For the,
Your
for the,
government allows that kind of an increase
yeah,
in a utility?
yeah.
Wow, Rob. That's crazy. God, I don't that would be terrible.
Yeah, I forgot to say about that.
Do you have other companies you can use? Are there like do
Oh
you have
yeah,
multiple energy companies or are they
yeah,
have they all done
there's
it?
there's loads of different energy companies, but I mean, I'm lucky to some respects in the fact that tied in with mine for a couple of years, I think.
Uh-huh.
So I don't get any price.
Oh, you have a contract.
Contract, yeah, I don't get any prices. But if my the best power company is supposed to be in the UK is one called Octopus.
Okay.
And they're a really small company, but they're supposed to offer the best. If you look on any search engine or any comparison site, they're the ones that are supposed to. I think it's called Octopus. I'm sure someone will put me right if it's not called Octopus. But it's like a little purple logo, like a little purple octopus logo.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be the cheapest and the best.
So not all the companies went up by 50%, but the large ones did.
No, all
Oh.
energy prices. Yeah.
I don't understand that. Why? But why is that a government thing? It doesn't matter. Did they make a law that led that started that, or is that like?
It's been on the cards. We've just been waiting for the date to come, and it was Monday.
Excuse me if I'm wrong, but weren't you told that if you left the UK, it was going to be a whole lot cheaper to be you?
Yeah.
Okay. Has it been?
No, things are going up. Food's going up. What they're doing with the food, this is what really shits me off about it all. Say, for argument's sake, a packet of crisps, right? A packet of crisps. Then either put the price up or make the crisps less in the packet.
Right.
I mean, I'm glad I don't smoke anymore because the price of cigarettes is ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, it is here too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how people can manage to. I don't know how they manage to do it.
I always think the same thing because I used to smoke, as you know. Quit 27 minutes ago. Quit a long time ago, and now I look at the price of cigarettes. Like if I go to a drugstore and I'm checking out or something, and I'm like, for God's sakes, how do people smoke anymore? That's crazy.
But they do.
Yeah, and I was a pretty heavy smoker. So I'm really glad I don't smoke anymore either.
It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, everything's going up in price here too. It's frustrating.
Do you have in America? Do you have like food banks?
Yes.
We've got food banks here.
Yes, we do.
People go with their kids and their families and a few years back when me and Sam were together, we actually had to have a food parcel.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got in touch with the British Legion and they helped me.
Well, do you remember me telling you the story about? Okay, so I became a single mother at a very young age, and moved out on my own. Bought my own house at 22. But at one point, not long after buying my house, I was going through a really hard time, and my sister-in-law took me to a food bank, and I took my son with me, and there was a cake from a bakery sitting on a counter, and he was like, "Oh, can we have the cake? Can we have the cake?" I was like, I'm not going to ask for a cake, And the woman said to me, "Do you know your social security number?" And I didn't. I didn't have it memorized. I mean, you know, I wasn't very old, and we didn't really use Social Security numbers a lot back in the day.
Yeah.
And she looked at my son and said, "You tell your mommy she's got 5 minutes to memorize her Social Security number, and she can have that cake. You can have that cake." And she left the room. And he begged me, "Please memorize your number." So that's how I memorized my Social Security number, so that I didn't let him down. And that's how people who don't have money are sometimes treated.
Can I before we kick off?
Yeah.
Can I just have a couple of seconds to say,
Mm-hmm.
if anyone in the UK is listening to this who are ex-military, and that goes right across the board, Army, Air Force, Navy, if you are struggling, contact the British Legion. Struggling for anything, contact the British Legion.
Yeah, you always speak very highly of them.
They well, I won't be here without them. Yeah, just contact the British Legion. And if you have any problems and you want to contact me, and you're welcome to just leave me in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Okay.
All right. This has been a weird start to a podcast, which is about
It's about cryptids in Asia.
cryptids in Asia. Yes. And yeah, that was a pretty weird start to that. That was actually like a conversation you and I would have on the phone, really, though. Okay, but it didn't go weird, which it usually does.
Yeah, especially lately.
Yes. Okay. Um, you wanted to go first.
Yeah, the first one I want to talk about is the penala gland.
Wait, the what?
Pengallan land.
Yeah, let me look at it again. I
Pen,
lost it. I lost it again, Rob. I lost my link. Hold on a second. I'm coming up with it. It's Peneg Gallon.
Penangalan.
Penangalan. Yeah, that looks good. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Penangalan.
Okay. The Penangalan is a Malaysian vampire type monster
My favorite.
who separates at the neck and flies with her entrails dragging behind her.
That's disgusting.
I think I might have been out with her.
I think you might have.
During the day, she appears as a regular woman,
See?
but her head flies off at night, so she can flit around, terrifying people and supposedly eating newborn babies. Rituals for protection against the monster.
I think she was my mom.
Rituals for protection against the monster, or just luck, in brackets, are used for pregnant women or when a new baby is born. The
Penangalan.
smells of vinegar because she must clean her dangling entrails. She must clean her dangling entrails with it and stuff them back in her body through the neck by morning. How did she get that way? Legends vary, but supposedly she was a normal woman until someone startled her so badly that her head pops off.
I get it.
We've
Yeah.
all that.
Been there.
The monster is called by other names, such as the Aturu.
Hantu.
Pardon?
Hantu. Penangle.
Penangle, Layak, or
Krasu.
Krazu, we do. So basically, what we've got here, guys, we've got a vampire type monster that eats babies.
Mm-hmm.
That is a normal woman during the day.
Mm-hmm.
At night, she pulls her head off, and all her insides come out of her neck.
Mm-hmm.
She floats around, eating newborn babies,
Mm-hmm.
stalking pregnant women.
Yeah.
And then when the day comes, and obviously with her entrails dragging along the floor, they get dirty, so she cleans them with vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
Just before she puts them back through her neck
Yeah.
and puts her head back on her body, and then becomes a normal woman again.
Yeah. Seems normal.
That sounds just like your mum, actually.
Sounds like your type. Is that what you said?
So it just sounds like your mum.
It sounds exactly like my mom. Okay. Number 2. The Mongolian deathworm. The Mongolian deathworm, I'm not even gonna. The Algoi Korkoi. That's what it's called.
Ugly
Al-
cugly.
Algoi Korkoi is 2 to 5 feet long and spits acid at anyone who crosses its path. At least that's what the locals in Mongolia's Gobi Desert tell outsiders who visit. The worm resembles a cow's intestines, but is red. If you touch it or if it spits at you, instant death follows, which probably explains why there are no photographs. Although most consider it legendary, a couple of journalists went to Mongolia to find evidence of whatever it was that engineered the story of the Mongolian death worm, and that was it. That was right in the middle of a sentence.
You know
A
what it is,
couple of
don't you?
journalists went to find evidence of whatever it was that engendered the story of the Mongolian death worm. Period. But what'd they find?
It's the basis for the film Tremors.
Yes, it's exactly like that. It's exactly like that. Yep. Yep,
It can
that's what I was
go,
thinking too.
it can go through sand like it would be able to go through water,
Yeah,
but it can't go through rock.
that's right. Not Dwayne Johnson, for sure. Oh, you meant like rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Keisha calls me the Rock.
Does she?
Yeah, because I'm huge and
Oh my
because
God.
I can do that thing with my eyebrow.
Oh my God.
What?
She is really kissing your ass.
Metaphysically.
My daughter calls me Rihanna because I'm so beautiful. I can do that thing with my beauty. My daughter doesn't even call me. All right.
Right.
What are we doing? It's your turn.
Yeah, I haven't got a picture of this, so.
No, we don't. I wonder if we can. I'll go look it up and describe it to you. Okay.
It's the Namahage. Namahage.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The Namahage are Japanese ogres who.
I bet it's not mahogany. Do you think? I don't know what I would talk about.
Could be. The whatever it's case are Japanese ogres who legend says once terrorized the countryside if they were placated with bribes of food, and once a year, a young woman. Yeah, the legend survives in a ritual that takes place in Japan. Oh, on New Year's Eve, when people dressed in masks as the Namahei go door to door. It's like Halloween.
Yeah.
Go door to door, threatening, or maybe not like Halloween, threatening the lazy and scaring children into hard work and good behaviour.
Well, it is kind of like Halloween. It's kind of like the come on, what's he called? No,
Freddy
not
Krueger,
Halloween. It's kind of like the evil Santa.
Krampus.
Krampus, yeah. It's kind of like Krampus. Scaring the children into hard work. I sent you a picture. It looks like is pretty much like a red-faced devil mask.
All right.
Looks very Japanese mask. I like it. I like anything that scares kids into good behavior and hard work. I wasn't able to do that. Okay, we're gonna talk about. I don't want to do this one. I do not want to. It's weird.
You want me to do it?
No, it's my turn.
Okay, well, do it then.
It's just so dumb. It's just so embarrassing. Okay, there we go. Here's the Kappa. The Kappa lives in rivers and waterways of Japan. It is bigger than a turtle, but has a turtle shell and maybe scaly skin like a fish, or sometimes fur. Rob said he saw a river monster about this, a river monster show. You guys probably know what that is. And it was like a giant salamander. Anyway, the Kappa is said to be able to walk upright like a human, and it always has a depression in its skull where it keeps water, which is the source of its power. The Kappa comes out of the water to enchant children. Right, that sounds very enchanting. And lure them into the river where it can eat them. This story is often told to children to scare them from getting too close to the water. But according to an old print, a good fart will repel them. So, as opposed to a bad fart. Yep, he's gone. Yeah, and this print has this like old Japanese person bent over farting at the Kappa. So, oh my lord.
I think there's not really much to say about that.
No, I think that's good enough. Oh my gosh. All right, moving on. You were getting the good ones.
Sorry. Do I swap?
No, go ahead.
Almasty. What?
Yeah, Almasty.
Well, there's loads to read about this. Always there's more there. Well, basically, the picture looks just like the silhouette of a man with extremely long arms.
Yeah.
The Almasty roams the. Is it Caucasus?
Yeah, Caucasus.
Caucasus Mountains of Central Asia. Dr. Marie whatever
Jean.
Kaufman. The Marie Jean Kaufman collected over 500 accounts of the Almasty sightings in many different languages throughout the Caucasian region, with virtually the same description. The Almasty are like people. They have arms and legs like people, except they are covered with hair. The hair is like that of a bear and dark. The hair is like that of a bear. It rhymes that. And dark. I always saw them without clothing. They do basically it's Bigfoot.
Yeah, kind of, but more spindly. They do not know how to speak. They only mumble or bellow. They're not afraid of people, only of dogs, and they run very fast. It seems like they're more like, well, they're like Bigfoot, but spindly. Not ape-like.
Yeah. It doesn't say how tall they are. It doesn't say how tall they
No.
are.
But isn't that strange? She got, what did it say, 500 accounts of this
Yeah.
same thing over in different regions, different languages, everything. See, that's what makes me go, that's what makes me think that might be something that's true. So, I mean, it's based on some kind of reality. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Not necessarily, I don't know, not maybe not necessarily like 100% true, but based on some reality because they've all seen something that looks like this. Could it be a starving bear?
Yeah. I thought of that. Maybe it's because we're talking about a big area here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's. I mean, everybody jumps to Bigfoot and to Yetis and stuff. It would be more so Yeti in that part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there is some type of undiscovered bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not. That's not
Yeah.
as big.
How do they know it has hair like a bear? I mean,
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
they gotten that close to it to like be like or touched it like or do they find hair? I'd like to know more about that. Maybe next time we can like look them up separately and delve into, like sightings and stuff. Any scientific evidence. I mean, maybe she got some scientific evidence.
And there's a little bit at the back here. At the bottom here. The picture above is a sketch made right after the 1955 sighting by a member of a Russian geological expedition. An animal of the same description is called almas in Mongolia or
Hmm.
Mongolian.
Huh. A sighting by a member of a Russian geological expedition. Somebody who's not even from that area or wouldn't even know about it.
Yeah,
See, that's what makes me think some things have some credibility. Legends it's kind of like the telephone game. So it kind of changes story told, story told, story told. But I think there's a basis in some sort of reality for some of them, and I think this one's like it.
yeah, but a lot of the other ones were specifically to scare children.
See, yeah, right,
Now this one isn't.
right, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, the next one is called the New. The New is a Japanese chimera, or is it chimera?
Oh, hold on, let me find where we are. Chimera.
Described with the body parts of different animals all in one being. Though exact combinations vary, a legend from the year 1153 says Emperor Kano begins having terrible nightmares every night, to the point that he falls ill, and it seems that the source is a dark cloud that appears on the palace roof every night at 2 o'clock in the morning. The problem is eventually solved by Yoramasu Minamoto, who stakes out the roof one night and fires an arrow into the cloud, out of which falls a dead gnu. Yoramasu then takes the body and sinks it into the Sea of Japan. I don't know about this.
Yeah, it seems a bit too far fetched.
I think maybe the guy was delusional.
Yeah, maybe he was pissed.
I think, yeah, something like that. Somebody just sort of placated him.
Yeah.
You know, that's my vote. Okay, you are next. Oh no, not again.
What? Oh,
You'll see. You'll see.
Vitalia.
Vitala, I would say.
Sorry, Trace, I understand. Do you want to do this one?
Mm, uh,
Well, you do it. I know you will.
okay. I want to do one like this.
Okay.
Okay, Vitala. Some of the world's oldest tales of vampires come from India, where ancient Hindu stories were taken to other nations by traders and nomads. Among these beings are the Vitala, who are dead but not at rest because the proper funeral rites were not performed for them. They are also described as evil spirits that occupy corpses. A Vital, which is singular, has uncanny knowledge of the past, present, and future, which it uses to confound humans, although they sometimes become guards or helpers to sorcerers who enslave them. Vitala live in cemeteries but wander afield to kill children and livestock. You may recognize a Vital because the corpse's hands and feet are turned backwards.
Ooh.
I love it.
I've heard that before.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I love this one.
Oh,
Everybody's trying to kill kids though. What's the deal? Everybody's about killing children.
I know.
This is a good one. That's a good one. Okay, go ahead.
Right. Oh, gosh. The something nigger. Right. I, I, you'll have to say that. Oh, I
Feyanega. Feyanega.
Fearnager. The Fearnager is a Laotian dragon that lives in the Mekong River. It is also known in Thailand, Cambodia, Burma, and Vietnam. The Niger is a benign benign
Deity. Deity.
deity.
A god.
Yeah, it's a deity that protects the city of I can't read some of these
What is
words.
that? Vientiane? Vientiane? I don't know.
Niger fireballs are said to be produced by the dragon and are actually thought to be the products of fermentation below the surface of the water. And the picture, they're holding this, what looks to me to be, and it's called a ribbon fish. And they live they live in really deep water, and they hang down, and they don't get they are very very long, but they're very very thin. They're like a piece of ribbon.
Like a really, really long eel, kind of?
Very much, yeah, very, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's good call.
All right, do you want to do the next one too? Since that's I did two in a row.
Um, tick
This might be the one of the weirdest I've ever seen.
tick balang, a shape-shifting monster from the Philippines. A tick balang is believed to be the angry ghost of an aborted baby. Excuse me. Its natural form is that of a man with a horse's head and legs so long that when it sits, its knees stick up above its ears. A tikbalang will make itself appear to look like a friend or I think I know the difference, or relative of a traveller. to lure them into the forest or devour them. You can ward off a tickler's attack by wearing your shirt inside out and traveling alone.
Okay, so this is a monster, and it goes. I'm sorry, but your fashion sense that excludes you from me attacking you.
Well, I often turn my clothes inside out when I'm traveling.
Well, yeah, nobody wants to be attacked by a tickling.
And it says this in the actual write-up. It says the tickling horse of the Philippines. This monster has the head and feet of a horse with very long limbs, the body of a human, so it walks upright. They roam the forest and occasionally rape women and leave them pregnant with tickling babies.
What? What? Oh my God! That's a really terrible one. It says that if you're attacked by one of these creatures, pluck the 3 golden hairs from its mane before it eats you, and it'll be forced to serve you until you die. Okay. Well, that was definitely one of the worst. Yeah, one of the worst ones we've ever done.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we were just talking then before about the one that was like a Bigfoot type thing.
Uh-huh.
This one is not in the same. This is just bullshit.
Yeah, it's just rubbish.
Yeah, there's no. I don't know what is supposed to scare. Maybe pregnant women or not pregnant women.
Oh no, I think it is supposed to scare pregnant women because it's supposed to have been an aborted baby.
Oh.
So it's. I don't want to.
It's not Catholic.
It's not Catholic, is it?
I was just gonna say.
He's going around forcing itself on women. That's okay. Okay. Let's move on to the Manticore. The Manticore is a man-eating chimera with the body of a lion and a human head. The legend of the Manticore arises from the Middle East. The Persians call it man-eater, and the name Manticore is a romanized version. Okay, but what about it?
Well,
what does it do?
It looks like it's got the tail of a scorpion,
Mm-hmm.
the face of a man, the mane of a lion, the body of a lion.
Yeah.
And isn't chimera? Does that not mean man-made?
No, I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I think it just means that it's more than one animal. I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't know. If you
Might
know,
be.
guys, if you know, then put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching a program about a chimera, and it's like what Tracy's just said there before, that it's made up of different animals. Then obviously those different animals have got to be put together.
I thought that they had mated or something.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't know. Because, they have kittens that are chimeras, and, each half is, a different cat.
Hey?
Yeah, they have kittens that are chimeras. Each half of the cat is it's like a different breed of cat.
Talking
It's
about
a fluke.
cats. Talking about cats.
Yes.
Do you know Ginger Tom?
Yeah.
I came back from the shop last night, and obviously I was getting through the door. The weather was horrible, and he run in the house. I couldn't get him out all night
Well, why would you? The weather was horrible.
because he's not my cat. I haven't
Yeah,
got a
but
litter tray and all that malarkey.
oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, well, that was nice of him.
What about me? I let him in.
That was nice of you.
You're not nice to me as well.
That was very nice of you, Rob. Yes, it was nice of you as well.
Yeah, what do you have to do now? I need to get a bit of credit. It's getting paid in love only goes so far.
Was that the line? Was that it? Was that the line? Just not go beyond that. That was very nice of you, Rob. You were that cat's hero.
Yeah.
This is the last one. It's yours.
Oh, right, okay. So I forgot all about. Oh, here we go.
Oh no, not another pregnant woman one.
The mango and the lamb.
Yeah, well, the man. The man. The
Oh, hang on. Sorry about that, guys.
The man and man and Nangle. Man and Nangle.
The mango and the
M
lamb
A N A N N A.
of the Philippines has some features of the. Do you want to do this one? Because I'm just getting lost
Okay,
now.
here we go. The Manan and Nangle of the Philippines has some features of the Penanggalan, which we did earlier. This vampire is an old but attractive woman who preys on pregnant women and uses her tongue to suck the blood of their unborn babies, naturally. A child born with a deformed face is said to have been a victim. The Banana Nangle. What's that song? Banana. You know when they spell out banana? That's what I want to do with his name. The Mananangle travels by separating at the waist. Her top half flies with bat wings, while her bottom half remains behind. If you find the bottom half, you can destroy the Mananangle by covering it with salt, garlic, or ashes. Hey, get in that fireplace real quick. Grab some of those ashes. I just found the bottom half of a banana nangle. Grab the salt too. We don't want this bitch coming back.
We've done this one before.
We have?
Yeah, the splits in half.
Yeah, that's
That
what it
was a
said. It's like her. It's like the Penanggalan. Penanggalan. Yeah, it's like her. It's very similar. Except for that one, her entrails, fly out underneath her.
Yeah,
This one, the lady just leaves her entrails in her bottom half, and I'm assuming, since they're not hanging out.
That's just nasty.
This is there's a lot of weird cryptids that eat babies in this part of the world. What's it with the eating babies thing? What is the obsession with the eating babies?
Could it have anything to do with? Now, if you heard that car going then, that was Nigel, that in his Subaru. What were Japan and China at some stage in the recent past? Weren't they restricted to just one child?
No, not Japan. No, not Japan, but China. They still are.
Yeah.
Right? They still are.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's linked in with it somehow.
Maybe. Yeah, cautionary tale thing. I don't know. I didn't. These are strange. I like the good old fashioned Bigfoots and swamp creatures. I don't enjoy the baby eating.
No.
Where are we gonna go next with this, Rob?
Well, we've done Asia, haven't we? So we've done Asia. We could do Africa.
Yeah, what we're planning on doing is traveling around the world, right?
Yeah.
Going to different countries or continents.
Australia, that's a continent now, isn't it? It's got cold one.
Yeah. We could and focusing on that on one area at a time instead of like amassing a whole bunch from everywhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed this.
I've enjoyed this.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it was very interesting. I'd never heard of these before. Banana Nangle. I don't want one. All right, Rob. Well, I guess we should be done.
I hope you've enjoyed it, guys.
Yeah, I hope you guys have. If you want to tell us where you think we should go next, do you know where some interesting cryptids are that we should hop on the plane and travel next? Let us know. And Rob, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so. I think that's everything.
All right. Well, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to. And go ahead and leave comments below. Tell us which cryptids you liked or didn't like.
I'll put some. I will put some of the Asian cryptids up on the group. On the groups.
All right. Why don't you tell them how to get there?
Just go onto Facebook and just type in Exit Light. Or you can go onto Facebook and type in paranormal or supernatural world, and that will bring you up. And it's got a link on there through back to the YouTube page as well. So it's all easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
All right, you guys. Thank you, Rob.
Never, always a pleasure, never a chore.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Night, morning.
Morning.